Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast on this Tuesday, and we are monitoring the risk of severe weather today. Much cooler temperatures too, upper 80s and low 90s yesterday. Today, there could be several areas that are stuck in the 70s because of the rain keeping temperatures from warming. So a little bit tricky to determine how warm it is able to get, but the more dry time we have, the higher probability of getting into the 80s. I don't think we'll reach 90s. I don't think that will be the case. I think at the very least, generally mid 70s to mid 80s. Are generally going to be what's going to occur. We are monitoring around storms this morning. Yes, wind is going to be the primary concern from the storms this morning, but by the late afternoon and evening hours especially, that's when the risk increases for all hazards, including tornadoes. And then for the overnight periods, especially after midnight, I think the tornado risk diminishes, but we continue with all the other hazards. Heavy rain certainly with potential flooding, and hail and wind threat continuing as well. So it is going to be another active night. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. If you didn't hear, the National Weather Service is updating their software system. Part of that is the transmitters that broadcast your weather radio forecasts. It's not working. It's upgrading. So weather radio, unfortunately, is not going to work today or tonight. So it's vitally important you have another way to receive warnings. You have a couple of options. You have Weather Call. This is a phone call that you get if you are in a polygon. It's a third-party company that we think that it's a great service, and we promote it. We don't have anything to do with it as far as your accounts or taking your $15 or whatever you signed up for, because there are different services within the company Weather Call that you can look at to sign up for. So yes, Next Gen is what this $15 a year is, but maybe there's another option that might be a little bit cheaper that could work for you. So might be a good idea to go to their website. It's better that you can do it yourself because you do have to leave a voicemail when you call that phone number and they get back to you. I'm not guaranteeing they'll get back to you today, especially if you call them late. So please make sure that you have a way to do it yourself. I understand there are some, some problems with that if you're not able to fill out the form yourself, but try. And you have other apps on your phone that could alert you if you're asleep, because there's the potential for severe weather at night, that there could be warnings like it was last night with severe thunderstorm warnings. That's another possibility for tonight. The biggest question is, how long will the rain that we have this morning linger? And how will that allow the atmosphere to recover? Is there going to be enough dry time? I don't think there's going to be a lot of sun, so with that cloud cover, is that going to be enough to provide for another risk of significant severe weather as we head into the late afternoon, evening hours? And when will those storms develop? So even though I'm showing you this computer model on Supercast, it's just something we're going to have to continue to monitor on radar itself throughout the day today. And then we'll have gradual clearing tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Meanwhile, here's a look at the rainfall through 4 p.m. today. Mostly in our western and a little bit in our southern communities. Not much along and east of Highway 75. Still not much through about 10 o'clock. And then once again into the overnight periods. Doesn't really indicate a whole lot of rainfall for the area. You'll notice that most of the heaviest of the rain is along and south of the turnpike. However, other computer models have a lot more widespread, heavier rainfall. So I just wanted to show you that one. I'm not necessarily thinking that that's going to be the way it's going to play out. I just wanted to show you that as an option and then showing you the other 4 models. So you have 5 different options of what we could potentially get. And a lot of these 4 are in more of an agreement than that first one. So take with that what you will. But just be ready for this is it as far as rain is concerned for the remainder of the work week. Today, tonight, and at the very least tomorrow morning, there might be an isolated shower thunderstorm still left over in the afternoon in some spots, but for the most part, it will dry out by the afternoon. And then it's going to be all about the heat starting on Thursday. Low to mid 90s, Thursday through early next week. I think Saturday may end up being the hottest day of those 2 days, but pretty close to being very similar on Friday too. Heat index values likely in the 100 to 104 degree range Friday and Saturday. Be ready for that. There's a slight chance we could get some rain at some point in time Monday night through Tuesday night. I'm holding it off in the 8-day forecast for now, but that'll be something that we'll be keeping an eye on. But it does look like we end the month of June as wetter than normal, at least the probability wetter than normal across much of the middle part of the country. So that's the good news, as rain may continue. But there's going to be several days, Thursday through at least Sunday, if not Monday and Tuesday, that it will be dry, sunny, and hot. No doubt about that. Thursday through Sunday, sunny, dry, and hot. And humid too. I got to get back to severe weather as I'm recording this. We still have severe thunderstorm warnings going on. We'll continue to keep an eye on the weather situation throughout the day today, keeping you updated on all the newscasts, WIBW.com, and on social media and the WIBW weather app. So make sure that you're checking in on all of those resources to get the latest information.